All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have some inequalities to solve today. You're going to have to draw on some previous information on what the parent function looks like as far as the square root. So the square root parent function are order pairs. We're at 0, 0, 1, 1, 4, 2, and 9, 3. Now the transformations here tell us to move right 2 and to go up 3. So that means I'm moving all my x's to the right 2, and my y's are going to go up 3. So my initial point is 2 comma 3. And instead of being at 1, 1, I'm moving it to the right, up 3. Sorry, 1, 1 here, to the right, up 3. So it's at 3 comma 4. 4, 2, instead of being here, 2 right, up 3. And then 9, 3, 2 right, and up 3 at 6. There we go. Now it's a solid line because it's less than or equal to. If it was a dash line like number 2, or sorry, if it was a greater than or just a less than, then it would be a dash line. Now the last part about our graph, once you draw a vertical line at 2, we can't even have any x values smaller than 2. We can't use any of this. All this over here, that's no man's land. Can't do it. The last thing they want us to do is pick a point on the inside, pick a point on the outside. So if you pick like, I don't know, 6 comma 0 maybe. So on the inside or outside, I mean like underneath or above. So we put in 6, so I get 0 is less than or equal to 6 minus 2 plus 3. So 0 is less than or equal to the square root of 4, which is 2 plus 3. So is 0 smaller than or equal to 5? Absolutely it is. So that means I'm shading below. And it's either going to be shade above or below. It's never going to be both. Okay? Number 2, we have the cube root here. And cube root, remember, got negative 8, negative 2, negative 1, negative 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 8, 2. So that's the one that kind of looks like this. Well, the plus 4 moves it left 4. The plus 1 moves it up 1. So instead of being at negative 8, that's going to be at negative 12. So it's going to be at negative 2. It's going to be at negative 1. So there we go. Negative 1 moves over 5 and 0. 0, 0 is at negative 4, comma 1. 1, 1 is now at negative 3, comma 2. And 8 is at 4, comma 3. So here's my picture. Remember, it's dashed this time because it's greater than. Hopefully your picture looks a little better. Then pick a point. Let's try 0, 0 this time. So 0, 0. If I plug in, well, let's not pick 0, 0. There's that number. What about 4, 0? Let's try that. 4, 0. Reason why is because we're going to actually go find the cube root of that. So 4 plus 4 plus 1. So 0 is greater than, I got cube root of 8. Cube root of 8 is 2. So is 0 smaller or bigger? 0 is smaller than 3, but I have it greater than 3. So that doesn't make sense. That's a no. So that means I'm not going to shade down here. I'm going to shade above. Okay? I'm going to do 3 and 4, and so I want you to pause it. Try them by yourself, and then unpause it. All right. Let's see if I can find 3 and 4. Here they are. Now, the first thing we need to be sure is that we factor out a negative. So we factor out a negative right here. So I got x plus 2. The plus 2 means it goes left 2. The minus 4 stays there, so everything goes down 4, left 2. By the way, you can just put this straight in the calculator. Put this one straight in the calculator, graph it. This is a dashed line. We shade below. Same idea with number 4. Don't be afraid to use the calculator here. Take out the negative, so I got the negative there. This is my equation I'm graphing. Then it went right 2 because the minus 2, up 3, and then remember the negative reflects it just like number 3. And then I ended up shading above. Alright, let's go to the back of that page. Graphing is kind of tough. Algebraic, I think it's a lot easier. The only thing that changes here is my sign. So I square both sides. I get x minus 3 is less than or equal to 16. Add 3, get 19. Now, one other thing is that my minus 3 moved it to the right 3, so my graph starts here. So think about this. My x's can't be anything smaller than 3, so really my x has to be between 3 and 19. All right, and that's a tricky problem to start with. Anytime you have x being less than a number, you're going to have to figure that out. If you have x is greater than or something like that number, you don't have to do that part. Okay, number 2. Same stuff, guys. Just square both sides. So 8x plus 1 greater than or equal to 49. Subtract 1. This is really easy stuff. Divide by 8. So x is less than or equal to 6, or sorry, greater than or equal to 6. And once again here, we don't have to do any of that because it's greater than, so we're done. Okay, nothing changes when we do cube roots. So let's look at number 3. And number 3 is actually, or cube roots in general are easier because we don't have to worry about not having, a domain or anything because we're using the whole entire piece. So we don't have to worry about anything as far as drawing a vertical line. So we subtract 7. So I get -3. I cube everything. So I get x minus 6 is greater than -27. Add 6 to both sides, and x is greater than -23. Nope, -21. Sorry. And that's it. I feel like we get the hang of this stuff. What about something that we got, a square root on both sides, like number 5? Works the same way. Square it, square it. So 3x minus 1 greater than x plus 7. Subtract x, I get 2x, baby than mama. Move 1 over, get 8, divide by 2. And x has got to be 4. So anything bigger than 4 satisfies that this side is going to be bigger than this side. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Number 7, I'll go ahead and finish up with number 7. Try number 7. I'm going to show you the answer. Okay, here's all my work for number 7. It's pretty brutal. We first move this over here. So I get negative root 2 minus root x. So when we square both sides over here, the negative goes away, the square root goes away, I get a nice neat little x plus 6. On this side, I got to do the box method, so that's what I did here. So all this in red right here, that's on my box. I get 2 root 2x plus x. So I rewrite it there. Then I jump to green. I subtract x from both sides. So minus x, those go away, I get 6. Then I subtract 2. And then now it's just solving, and now it's just a little more complicated. Once you get to this step, some of the problems that we've been doing have been easier than this, or maybe even harder than this. But anyway, subtract 2, get 4, then I divide by 2. Then I'm going to square both sides because I want to get rid of this square root. When I do that, then I divide by 2, and so 2 is less than or equal to x, or x is greater than or equal to 2. All right, that was tough. Watch again if you need help. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.